So, guys, you know that I always talk about things that need to be rehashed because I feel like it's important. Sometimes it might seem like wow, did you really have to bring that? Yeah, I have to go there because it's for the best. I'm all about people feeling their best. So I told you guys yesterday that things that I believe that work, like if I wholeheartedly believe something work, every now and then I'll do a test and go away from it. It could be it could be my favorite multivitamin. I think it's so good, right? But I don't like to be predictable, and I don't like to remain stuck in something. You know, I don't like to get too comfortable. Complacent, that's the word. I don't like to become complacent, and I don't like to become predictable. So if I do find something that I believe wholeheartedly that works, I feel like I become complacent. Even if it works, I still have to test it. It's almost like I'm kind of a little mini mad scientist in a way. But anyway, I don't want to keep this long. So I told you guys back in the day that I think from the age of 30 to 40, maybe 42, 41, 42, 40. No, actually from the age 30 to about maybe 43 or 44. I did enema every single day, but not an enema. When you say enema, you're talking about putting a whole liter or 2 liters, up in your digestive system, right? That's an enema, but that's not what I did. I used the enema bag to put just enough water up there so that I didn't have to use toilet tissue. Okay? In Asian countries, they have I don't remember the name, but they have a contraption on the toilet where you're just not wiping with toilet tissue. You actually have something that can spray water up there in most Asian countries. When I had an apartment in Cambodia, it had a sprayer, something that you could spray up your culo. It's kind of interesting, ain't it? You in one country, you in the States, and I'm pretty sure there are some places in the States that actually had this. I've seen them at certain vacation areas. But in Asia, that's normal. In the States, people will laugh at that. In Asia, that's normal. People will laugh at what I'm saying in this video. In Asia, it's normal to spray water up into your colon. It's normal. Kind of weird, ain't it, guys, though, when you think about it? Ain't that weird? Hold on for a minute, y'all. So since we don't have that in the States, I wouldn't want to use that anyway. I still rather use the enema bag. So I put just enough water up there to get everything that's sitting in the the large intestine. Because I noticed something. When you take a dump, you're never getting the complete thing out. That's why you go into some restrooms and people are sitting on the toilet for 15 minutes. They're trying to push. And it don't matter how much you push. It ain't coming out. Let's put it this way. If you gotta sit on the toilet more than 2 or 3 minutes, it ain't coming out. Some people get hemorrhoids from pushing, right? So I had been doing that for about 13 years straight, every day. That's why I was so happy. People be wondering why. How could you be happy when you got waste sitting around in your colon? That will make you very unhappy. You know what I mean? Be surprised how happy you can be when you don't got waste sitting in your colon walking around. And if you're a meat eater, it just gets worse. I'm not a big meat eater, so I felt the need to just test it out. I went without the enema bag. Remember, 13 years straight, guys. I said I'm gonna go the next maybe 10 months or a year of not using the enema bag and see what happens. And I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I was not gonna be a happy camper because I'm so used to my colon being clean, my pipes being clean. And so when I went without that enema bag back to just pushing like I did before the age of 30, I said, no, I can't do it. And I don't know. Yeah, I had to ask the creator, man, why couldn't you make our colons made of steel, man? And when you're younger, you be taking these, but the food was much different back. I can't really predicate it to being younger. The food is much different now. It's not as wholesome. You don't take those one whole dumps like you used to. And I know that because I go into bathrooms and I know people are not taking the type of dumps that they used to. It's like it's too soft now. The food is messed up. So just to close this out, guys, um, so I had to buy myself another enema bag. I don't want to go back to pushing that. It don't work. It simply don't work. And when you guys see somebody that got a body like mine, got a stomach like mine, I'm telling y'all this, you can believe it. Because somebody out there would think, well, man, this dude must be in perfect health. It looks like, yeah, but it's still, without that enema thing, I don't like the way that feels. No, you cannot push all that junk out, man. You have to use the enema bag.